right, what's up, guys?
What up?
All right, so another episode. Tara texted me, don't forget the muffins, please. I will not forget the muffins, Tara. Thank you. All right, so fitness, nutrition, success secrets from Jemand and Jon. All right. So last week we talked about protein, and I know helped out a lot of you guys with protein, knowing what protein you should be taking in, the breakdown of protein. So today we're going to talk about overtraining. Okay, we're going to switch gears and just talk about training, and help you guys out and getting an idea and grasping the concept of training, how you should be training, and the most effective way of training. And then at the end, I'm going to talk about our new programming that we're going to be implementing here, all right, for you guys. So overtraining. There's a lot of misconceptions about training. When it's enough,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. Are you doing too much? Are you not doing enough? All right. So we're going to talk about it. Jon, what do you want to say about overtraining?
I mean, overtraining is a very important topic because people always think more is better, and sometimes more isn't better. It actually does more damage to your body, and you just gotta get that right balance. And I think a lot of times people get scared and they think, because they want to either lose weight or tone up or get into the best shape of their life, that if I do more, I'll look better. But in the end, again, like I just said, it really just does more damage than anything. So, I mean, we'll get into that more in detail, exactly what causes overtraining, or
what's classified.
What classifies overtraining, what symptoms to look for overtraining, and how someone like Jemand and I, train smart and not harder.
Yeah.
So, what about you? What do you think
a good mentor of mine, he always said, he would argue with me and he would say, it's not really such thing as overtraining, it's under recovery.
Yeah.
Right? And he would say that because...
That's something Arnold used to say.
Arnold would say that too, because Arnold, this old school bodybuilders would be in the gym for like 3 hours, right? And training. And they will break. The purpose of training, guys, like I told you guys before, the purpose is to break the muscles down, to destroy them so that you can build them back up, right? So when you come into class and we have a program, the program is designed to break. First, you got to know what muscle groups you're working, right? What's the purpose? Like, if you're working to tone up and build lean muscles, our goal is to annihilate those muscle groups and destroy those muscle groups. So if we're doing back, we're going to shred the back up so that way your back can build back leaner, toner, stronger, all right, more definition. That's the purpose of training. Now, what happens when you do too much, when you train? Anything can actually be overtraining if you're not recovering properly. So even if you train for 1 hour and you don't recover,
you don't eat something like
you
we
don't
talked
eat
about.
Exactly, like the
meal.
post-workout meal.
That
Like,
all makes sense.
Yeah, we're bringing it together, right? So a 1 hour training can be classified as overtraining, right? If we come in for an hour and you're like in the yellow red zone the whole time, and we're kicking the crap out of you, and it's like, oh my God, I'm dying, and you can't move, you can't lift your shirt up, you can't drive home, right? That's actually classified as overtraining because you did so much, right? You trained a lot. But now it wouldn't be considered overtraining if you recover properly. You get what I'm saying? So you can spend 2 hours in the gym. You can do a back-to-back sessions and do 2 sessions. But the reason why we keep you guys from doing doubles is because you guys don't understand the concept of recovery, right? So if you're not recovering, you're overtraining, period, right? So when you train a lot, when you do a lot of training and you're not recovering, and recovery, again, like we talked about, go back in the videos and watch this, is taking in your post-workout, getting in your BCAAs right away, hydrating properly, getting your glutamine right away, getting in the carbs, right? Proper sleep at night, right? All that comes from recovery, but you have to recover properly from your training for it not to be considered overtraining, right? So, and when we say when it's enough, it comes down to you recovering properly, and so even at 1 hour or 2 hour or 3 hours, it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you recover properly and you recover enough. So if you train, the longer you train, the more time you have to spend to recover. Because again, here is the threshold of your body, there's the anabolic realm, which is the building realm, and the catabolic realm, right? So when you train, you break your body down. Catabolic means breakdown state, right? So your body goes here, right? Anytime you're here, you want to come to the anabolic realm for the recovery, the building, right? So training brings it here, all right? Any kind of training. So if you're not here, you considered like you've overtrained pretty much, you know? So that's to get a little, scientific without throwing you guys too off. But now let's talk about the effects of training, right? The proper training. Like the negative effects, what would you say the negative effect of overtraining?
I know when I'm overtrained where I get at least 2-3 consecutive great workouts in a row, and I wake up and I had an adequate amount of sleep, but no matter what I do, I'm just aching, I'm tired, headaches. And it's just a sign my body's just saying you need a rest day. You need to take a day off or you're going to hurt yourself. Your muscles, again, your body's constantly in a state of recovery. And if you don't recover properly, you don't eat right, you don't hydrate, your body's going to start throwing you these symptoms. And, it's up to you to listen to your body and, take the steps to the proper recovery.
And you got to know the process of overtraining can happen over time, right? It's sometimes not just that one workout.
Yeah.
If you're continuing training and training every day, and you're not recovering properly, not eating enough, not getting enough nutrients, and not replenishing your storage, not sleeping enough, right? Your body stays in that breakdown state. So what happens? You get all the aches and pain, right? Like, oh man, my shoulder. Oh, Jemand, why is my knees hurting all of a sudden? It's never used to hurt me before. I didn't pull anything. Right? Oh, my legs. Legs are always tired and heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so many people.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all these things start happening.
My shoulder, my
you know what I'm saying? So, recovery. Even massage is considered recovery, guys. I tell you guys all the time, we break down the body, you got to help it heal, right? Yeah. Foam rolling, all that stuff is proper recovery. So, it's all different steps of recovery. So, we want to make sure that we're doing that. So, those are negative effects. Now, what other negative is there to overtraining? In that part, John hit it all pretty much. But it's the cortisol that's released in your body when you're in that catabolic state for too long. You know what I'm saying? Your body goes into pretty much survival mode, because you're not getting enough nutrients. And you're in a literally flight state. Your body really thinks that, oh man, why is so much physical activity going on? Why is this person constantly training? It doesn't know you choose to do this shit. You choose to come in here and kick your own ass. It thinks that, remember, we come from a time where it's like survival, right? Flight or fight, survival. So a tiger's chasing you, you're running for your life. Your body releases cortisol. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to survive. You're out in the elements. You have to survive. You're putting your body through stress. So it does what it knows to do, which is to release cortisol, to store fat, so that way when your body needs it, it can use it as fuel. You know what I'm saying? So all these things happen. The hormones that are released.
And what do? They slow down your metabolism. So you burn less energy.
Because you're doing too much. When you do too much, thinking it's going to speed up your metabolism, it becomes adverse if you're not recovering properly. After a while. At first it's like,
your metabolism's going. Then after a while, it's like, hold on, we're burning too much. We're burning too much. We're going to go empty. We're going to hold on, slow everything down,
right? Cortisol release, slows down, store. And now you're like, damn.
Why am I not losing weight?
Read
his book.
Now I'm doing, and then you guys get the misconception. Now, okay, you know what? Let me do 2 classes.
Yeah.
Right? Let me do 2 classes. Let me do more. Because I was doing this before, and I've been going hardcore for like every day for like the last month. And maybe if I do 2 classes, I will start burning more. And yes, and that's a positive of training a lot. It's like, yes, you burn more calories. But your body's going to say, hold up.
It's because it's too much of a deficit.
This person's not getting enough in already. They're burning a lot. And is she going to do another one? She's going to burn even more? She crazy? Like, what's going on? There must be dinosaurs or some shit. She's trying to survive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to survive. Like, but your body doesn't know. You're choosing to do this. So what happens? You have this conception of, let me do more. But your body's like, no, we're trying to survive. Okay, now, what does it do? It starts breaking down your muscles, right? Using that as fuel. So, like, why do your body need to conserve muscle if you're doing so much, it's going to conserve fat because it's going to use it as a slow burning fuel. So there's a lot to it. Yes, the only positive from training a lot, from doing multiple classes, so doing a lot of training, is you burn more calories. And in a sense, you can use that to your advantage, right? So for example, if you do boot camp in the morning, and then you go out at night and you run and you do cardio, you're burning more calories. As long as you recover properly, you're good. You know what I'm saying? If you do boot camp in the morning and you come back at night and you do boot camp again, great, right? You're burning more calories. But if you didn't recover from the morning workout and now you come back at night to burn more, counterproductive, right? Mm-hmm. Now you're going to sleep and you're in that catabolic state, and it even gets worse, you know? So, and that's the thing with overtraining. Not risk of injury. What would you say is the risk of injury?
Well, whenever you're training too much, again, you're putting pound and pound and pound, of increased chances of injury to your joints. When you work out, your muscle tightens. Your muscles are fatigued, and you might compensate after a while. Your joints aren't properly moving, inflammation. And all it takes is one wrong move and snap rotator cuff, or boom, pinch nerve in the neck. Boom, my lower back is bothering me. My knees are hurting. And again, if you don't take the right steps and recover properly, and you don't ice, again, another, thing Jon and I always say, ice, ice, ice. Yeah. Again, it's going to lead to an injury. Yeah. And eventually it's going to affect the joint, and then eventually, it's going to, take you away from even working out in the first place. So again, listen to your body, and take the proper recovery steps.
Exactly what Jon said, guys. It comes down to the time under tension on your joints, right? Mm-hmm. So when you train, your muscles, there's time under tension on the muscle, and the more tension you put on the muscle on the longer periods of time, that's how you cause more of the tear in the muscle, for the muscle to break down, to heal. Then, that's how you cause the muscle growth, right? But all that time under tension takes toll on your joints, right? Mm-hmm. And the longer, the more you do it, every time you put in the body under tension, the joints is what's gonna suffer, right? Because the muscles are attached to the joints. So say you're doing bicep curl, and you're always, you're training, now you do 2 classes back to back, curls. Dude, all you need is 4 exercises, 3 sets, and you're really gonna get that pump in the bicep you need, right? But when you're doubling up on it, this starts taking all the brunt, because the muscles are done. Your biceps like, I've had enough. Yo, I've had enough. I've had enough. I ain't got nothing left, right? So now, but you're determined, right? Yeah. So what happened? You start compensating, right? The muscles had enough. The muscle can't take that shit anymore. Yeah. But now you compensate, so you force. You're like, no, you're gonna grow. You're gonna grow. All right. You're gonna grow. All right. So now you're doing more, and your joints, your elbows say, God help us. Make her stop. And now your back is like, Jesus Christ, what are you doing? I ain't even supposed to be working right now. And now your shoulder is like, so you're recruiting all these joints to work because you're determined to build the bicep. But technically, all the 3 exercises you did, it's enough for the bicep. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand is that the time on the tension, all you need is just enough. But if you do too much, you're going to compensate. Your joints are going to suffer because they take the brunt of it, because the muscle attaches to the joints. So if the muscle is starting to weak, that's where it pulls at the attachment. You get what I'm saying? And that's why all of a sudden you're like, man, my elbow's starting to bother me. And I know this, guys, because I've been through all this. I've been bodybuilding for a long time, and I've seen the difference with training a certain way to the way I train now. I've gotten smarter with this. And a lot of you guys, that I've been training here, some of you guys are like, oh, look what I can do. I can lift this, I can lift that. I can do 2 classes, I can do that. Great, calm down. Like, it's not necessary. Like, do this one. Some of you didn't listen to me in the beginning. Until now, your body's screaming at you. And now you're like, oh, Jemand, this hurts. I'm like, yeah, now you understand. You gotta take time off.
We gotta take 2 weeks off. Or the worst case scenario, I gotta take a month or 2 off. Yeah. And we come to the point where we don't want to see that.
We don't want to see that, because here's the thing: our bodies are complex machines, right? Yeah. We're more complex than a car. So if you have a car and you take it off road, like you have a car. Say your body's a car, and you're like, say you're a Porsche, right?
Shit ain't going off road.
But that's what I'm saying. But you know what? You're a classic Porsche. You're a 19. Let's say you're a
Nice,
1970
sleek,
Porsche,
sexy
sleek,
ass Porsche.
renewed, restored, sexy as hell. But you know what? You love going off road. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I love going off road. But I'm a Porsche. I'm not supposed to go off road. But you want to do it anyway. So you take it off road. What happens? The Porsche is not designed for that, right? So technically, when you come in here with the program we've been doing, the crazy ass shit we've been doing, it's like, yeah, it's kind of like boot camp, like almost like taking a Porsche off road. Some of you guys are Porsches, and you're taking your body off road. So when you do too much, it's like literally taking that Porsche, like climbing, jumping, doing all these things. You're gonna need to recover, right? You're gonna have to take
car to the body shop.
You gotta take the body shop. You gotta take it to the mechanic. You gotta take it tune up every time because it's not designed to do that. So some of you guys are Porsches. Some of you guys are Hummers. Right? Tommy, big Tom, Tommy Gomorowski is a goddamn Hummer. That dude can take abuse. He's a F-250. You know what I'm saying?
Lifted.
You know what I'm saying? So Tommy can go off-road like crazy. You know what I'm saying? But still, Tommy, no matter what, you're going to need to go for that tune-up, right? You're going to need to. Otherwise, one day, you're going to be bang, bang, off-road. All of a sudden, your shock is going to go. It's like, boom. And then
tire falls
off. You know what I'm saying? Because after a while, it catches up. So that's recovery, in a sense of, different analogy for you guys to look at it,